Hey, what's going on, everyone? Nukem here, and we got the patch notes for Operation Shadow Legacy. We can see all the new changes. Sorry, I've been not covering Rainbow Six lately. I've been just working on so many other projects, and I didn't get a chance to really take a look at the new season. But hey, you guys own Rainbow Six and a PC. You can play the TTS, which is open today. The patch notes on Reddit, and it's good to see our old friend Sam Fisher joining the Rainbow Six operations. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Keep in mind, if you don't know and you forgot since it's been a while, I do have a reading disability, and it's something I struggle with my whole life, but I'll try to get us through this as painless as possible. So I appreciate the you guys can toss over here. Chock full of unveiled secrets, Operation Shadow Legacy introduced a legend keep for all Rainbow specialists on their toes. Who's better introduced the team than Zero, the first member of Rainbow Operations staff, the one and only Sam Fisher himself. So it's cool that Sam Fisher's taking a new name, Zero, because maybe he's like the first operator, I guess. Bringing his new Argus device and Intel utility, he is sure to give all operators a challenge. Okay, as usual, you'll find you need to know in the patch notes below. So we got Harry, the director of Team Rainbow. Zero doesn't have any setback. He turns them into opportunities. What I don't know about Zero can fit in a book, and what I do know is he's already discovered, resourceful, experimented, and adaptable. There's no other, there's no one better to have you on your back as long as you're on the same side. Okay, so Zero attacker. We got a new primary weapon, which is the SC3000K, the MP7. He has a frag grenade and a claymore. Secondary is going to be a 5.7 USG and 2 armor, 2 speed operator. So you can actually see how this works right here. Oh, you need my day of birth? Well, 1969 sounds about right. So here we go. You can see he can go into an unreinforced wall and see cameras there, and keep in mind, he actually has one charge similar to a Twitch device and can take out electronics or zap opponents. So it's pretty cool. So we got Mira Alvarez. So we got Mira. Argus, like Zero, has eyes everywhere, sometimes where you least expect them or want them. Intel is crucial, good attack strategy, and Zero is well aware of that. His Argus launcher is equipped with a very special camera that can launch themselves into breakable and reinforced surfaces to surveil the other side. Yet these cameras cover 2 angles effectively, allow you to spies on opposing teams. Argus cameras do have one quirk though, a single laser shot. So you can see both sides of the camera. That's pretty cool. I feel like he's a must attacker. Probably going to be used the most, either picked or banned operator, because of how much intel he provides. That's one of the main things how you win this game is the intel. So we do have a map rework Chalet. One second, guys. Okay, map rework Chalet. Chalet has been with us for a long time and has been a special place in our hearts. Unfortunately, its previous state was not viable as other maps, so we wanted to give some love to deserve proper rework. To modernize the map, we focused on objectives and how to balance they were. The basement kitchen sites were already quite strong, so changes were minor. One hallway was added to improve the rotation between the basement and the trophy site in the dining. So that's cool. You gotta back away from trophy to the downstairs, so it makes it better for defense overall, in my opinion. For bar and gaming, the difference is actually no, maybe it's good for attacker, since attacker can attack from the bottom of the garage and have the backsides and with the trophy window. So actually, I think it's more attacker friendly. Now I think about it. For bar and gaming, difference is mostly access and rotation. Allow most map doors are moved and new hallways and south side link them together. Finally, the biggest change is going to be bedroom and office. The stairs that lead up to the first floor has been moved to connect to trophy, and a brand new room replaces the balcony next to master bedroom, the solitarium. The bathroom is no longer connected directly to the bedroom and rather serves as a rotation point. A few other noticeable changes include the extension of mezzanine and connect the office balcony. And most windows have been blocked. Roof access with new rappel and wine cellar no longer being separated into 2 rooms. Overall, you'll find the map that has been greatly reconfigured, whether it's been changing to cover inside objective or moving access points. or even offering new options for rotation. However, it remains widely recognizable to keep its signature thematics. So we have a new ping 2.0 where if you actually ping it, it tells you which team member ping it by the color of their ping and what exactly they're pinging. Can be items, objects, so you actually have a better idea than just a red ping, general ping and location. So the new ping system's coming. On top of yellow pings, you'll be able to use contextual ping for character, while cameras and drones, and then you're able to ping them after being eliminated. So your ability to keep your teammates' intel will remain. If you note, however, you can reveal opposing opponents by pinging their primary gadget. Regular yellow pings by accessing a number to make it easy callouts. Reticle used to determine your ping can be turned off in options. When using controller, default ping has been switched to swap fire mode input. So you have a new button that you click for ping if you want to do gadget or players. Take the time to familiarize yourself with the new system. It's bound to change people approach sharing intel. There's now map bans available for ranked and unranked games, not casual. So that's kind of cool. So if you don't want to play a map that your team just keeps getting annihilated on, that's pretty good. Now, another thing is match replays being tested on the test servers only, and it's an alpha phase, so you have to be on PC so you can see how what you did wrong, what the other teams did, how they're shooting. So it should be a very good way to kind of improve your skills and learn tactics of other players. So this makes it better for pro players to actually see what their opponents are doing and study them in the future and pick up some clues. I feel like it makes it a lot harder to keep secrets, and you have to save them for final matches. Now, there's a new secondary gadget here. This is going to really change the game, in my opinion, is hard breach charge. So attackers now have a secondary gadget instead of needing a hardcore breacher operator like Habana, Maverick, the new ones, Thermite. You got another just secondary gadget. So it makes wall reinforcement a lot more tough to hold. So that'll be interesting, and some medium-sized holes you can jump through. It's not a run straight through, so you do have to jump through it or crawl through it. We'll see how it goes. Red dot holographic and 1.5 scope magnification and 2.0 scope magnification is now being introduced to the game. It's a reworked red dot sight, so you have more circular view. Holographic has 2 lines and dot middle. You have the scope 1.5 times and 2 times. Most likely, I think 2 times is going to be most popular. It's a good between a red dot sight and a holographic magnification compared to a ACOG. And I think that's a lot more friendly for people. And you can actually color change it. You can change those reticle colors to see what colors you would like. So it says it right here. So the new reinforcement where your team shares a pool of 10 reinforcements. So you can have one person put up all reinforcements and then the roamers roam and hide and do other stuff. It's not like you have to wait for a teammate to come back and reinforce, which can be a pain for sometimes. So that's a good change for defense. This definitely feels like an attacker's update. So Thatcher changes. So Thatcher changes where it's no longer it disables device for a longer period of time, but no longer destroys it. It's now a duration time. Goes at it. Now, what's interesting is, you know how people do bandit tricks? Let's say they're not bandit tricks and they just keep the bandit charges down. Now, if it gets hit by Thatcher EMP, even if you pick it up and try to put it down, it's still disabled. So it has to go through the full duration. There's now a squad finder. If you're having trouble finding teammates tired solo queuing and want to actually play with people who actually wants to try and compete in serious or just mess around, you now have a squad finder on available. So let's see, we're offering a brand new squad finder on their website, so you have to go to a website and do it. It reminds me of the old Destiny style of finding squads. Now you also have better stats, your ranked stats, your unranked stats, your casual, KD, and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool that they're actually revamping the site to be more accurate in data. It definitely needed an overhaul. As the season goes on, of course, operator prices decrease over time. So all these operators are now slightly cheaper. Depending when they were released, you can get them at a nice discount. And you can see Sam Fisher, nice looking camo weapon. So I wish it had a little bit more little green neon somewhere just to give that little Splintercell look with his 3 dots, but it's nice to see the Shadow Legacy weapon skins as well. Now we got balancing. Here are changes. Balance hard breach charge replaced by stun grenade. So hard breach charge replacing stun grenades. So he's no longer having a stun grenade. He's gonna have hard breach. Ying is gonna have hard breach. Fuse is gonna have hard breach instead of smoke. I actually think that's a proper and for Fuse and Montaigne. Not sure about Ying yet. I feel like Ying is good with flash and things like that. On top of her, just make it more blinding. Finka hard breach is gonna have hard breach. Amaru hard breach, Knock hard breach, Capital hard breach, and Lion hard breach replacing claymores. Wow, I feel like you don't really need a hard breacher anymore. Like it kind of feels like those operators are not as viable anymore. You don't need as many of them in case one dies. I mean, it's a good option because sometimes teams need row 2 or 3 hard breachers just in case something happens. But now you don't really need it, and you can be more selective in what you really want to play on attacker. Maverick now has additional blowtorch canister up to 6 from 5. Gives player more leniency and rotation. Fuel open hatches. Average requires 2.3 canister to open hatch, so extra canister will be more forgiving mistakes. Okay, understand that. Think Maverick needed a little buff anyways. Tweak and improvements. New sights, older sights, new sight scopes. So new red dot sights, holographic ACOG 2x scope. Modified scope, ACOG now has a 2.5 zoom level change. So you can get an ACOG and then I think can you go, is it now 4 times anymore? It's just a 2.5, so it's slightly better than 2 times. A 3 times scope, no longer a unique option, available for most DMRs except balancing needs. So DMRs now have a 3 times scope standard, depends if they have to change it. Player comfort. So they're going to do minimum MMR gain and losses. Winning and losing ranked will now give a minimum of 25 plus and minus MMR. So there is a minimum now instead of depending on who your opponents are. So it can be beneficial or detrimental if you lose a lot. Now there's in-game report notifications. You will now receive in-game notification after a player reported you for report is sanctioned. That is a thank you emails reporting for banned players. Report that don't. Okay, so the game now recognizes when you report cheaters. Vote to kick removal later in season. Later in season, we will be removing the vote to kick from quick match only playlist, which had this feature. We will be monitoring the vote kick. So these are, I think, a lot. Thing is, people trolls and vote kick people all the time, and it has to do with in-game toxicity. So they're gonna remove it in quick match and see how it goes, and they're gonna monitor and see if it's a good or bad change. Caster HUD. Okay, there's new casting HUDs. Game health, refractor, ADS sensitivity, volt detection. Okay, so these are minor game improvements. Overall, very interesting changes. The thing that this definitely feels like attacker side. I'm interested to see how the new sites are. I love the new pinging system. I'm not quite sure about the secondary breaches, so we'll see how that affects the game and how that makes legacy operators, hard breachers, still play in the pro matches. But overall, I love your support. I'm giving away 2 free computers in the description. Make sure you guys enter that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.